Hello everyone. Welcome to the class RMI 370, Principle of Risk Management and Insurance. My name is Siwei Gao. I'm your instructor for this class. I'm a professor of Risk Management and Insurance at EKU. Our class will meet virtually each week on our Blackboard site to allow you to share ideas, ask questions, and to discuss the instructional information provided. As you begin this class, take some time now to review this site. This site is intended to introduce you to the Blackboard course site and to provide you with important information that you will need to know before you begin the actual content of the class. You can click on any of the manual items on the left and progress through and repeat this information if you need it now and throughout the term. Our class is set up in modules. Students should begin in the course by clicking on the Modules command button on the left side of the screen. There you will access the introductory module, which, as you know, is already available to you. The purpose of the introductory module is to provide you with the information and resources you need to begin this course, including the technology requirements to participate in an online class. It would also provide you with the information of the course syllabus, the course schedule, grading procedures, rubrics, and of course the textbook requirements. Students will need to make sure that they have access to the required technology and their textbooks, of course, in hand before the class begins. Next, you may access the classroom discussion board via the Blackboard course site. Look for the water cooler forum. There, you will be able to post questions to our classroom meeting place and receive feedback from me and your fellow class members throughout the term. Therefore, if you have questions after reviewing the information posted with the introductory module or on the announcement page, or any question at all, you could post them to the water cooler forum. Doing so instead of sending individual emails would make this information available to your other classmates, which will benefit from it from the Q&A section. Take some time today to review the Blackboard course site along with some online modules and resources of the course. The first content module will be available to you on the first day of class. Therefore, you will want to make sure that you have all the resources, including the textbooks, so that you are able to complete the first introductory module on time. Allow me to share some experience of working and teaching in an online environment. You will find that working and learning in an online environment can be very beneficial, however, sometimes can be very time-consuming. Taking an online course is very demanding of your time. There is just no way around that fact. However, the benefit is that you can work around the time. You could schedule your time whenever it's available to you. And you can work on assignments when your schedule permits, as long as you meet the designation deadlines posted within each module. I highly encourage each of you to reserve a minimum of 8 to 10 hours throughout each week to read and review the textbooks, the online readings, and the instructional resources in the weekly modules made available to you via the course site. You will also need time to become familiar and practice using the technology associated with producing the assignment required for this class. You will need Microsoft Word. Also, make it a habit to check in to the classroom discussion board and your student email account daily. When there is a need to communicate personal or confidential information, I may use email. Otherwise, I will expect students to post and receive responses to questions and comments via the classroom discussion board. This is an online class, which is 100% online, and therefore, we're not going to meet in person for a face-to-face class meeting at all. There's no chats scheduled for this term. If a chat is scheduled in this term, Information will be provided on the announcement page 2 to 4 days prior to the planned chat section to allow students to make arrangement to participate. But as of now, there is no such arrangement. Students should begin by accessing the Blackboard course site. Blackboard is EKU's course management system. First, you need to understand that your Blackboard account and password may change throughout the term. Make sure your Blackboard account and password are correct and working each week. If you have any problems accessing the Blackboard at any time of the term, you will need to contact IT. The number will be 859-622-3000. Or if you are on campus, you can visit them at the Combs building in room 207. You might want to write this number down in place next to your computer that you're working on. Students are responsible for having access to the technology needed to access the course material online and to participate in online communications. This includes having access to a computer that is internet ready and that does not block out any of the content or the function of the Blackboard. This can be an issue for some people, as some school systems and other workplace settings that have firewalls set the block on some content. Occasionally, your home computer may have some security settings that gets in the way of the content as well. If you encounter these problems, you may contact IT at 859-622-3000. You are also responsible for accessing your Blackboard account throughout the term. Also, be aware that there is a student user manual for Blackboard that you could access via our course site. That has some good content to check when you are having difficulties. You could access this manual from inside the course site by going to Tools and then clicking on the User Manual. Just be sure to try to give yourself time for technology problems. As you may expect, it is always better to work ahead and avoid last-minute crutches, and this is doubly true with an online class, where you also have to be concerned with technology working when you need it to. With that being said, it is a good idea for each student to establish a backup plan for most times when your home computer or work technology is not available. Be ready to go to your local library to use computer or plan to visit a computer lab on the main campus of Richmond or any of the satellite campuses at Corbin, Manchester, or Danville. The important thing to remember is to participate and submit an assignment and do your exams on time. During this time, before our class officially begins, you should become very familiar with your Blackboard site. Be sure you are able to locate specific areas, such as the announcements, which will be posted to keep you informed of any new information of the assignment. Staff information is where you can go to find out how you can contact me throughout the term. If you would like to schedule a time to meet or by phone in person, send an email to request the meeting date and time. Email probably is the best way to reach me, besides the water cooler forum. You will find that this course is organized into modules. Students are expected to read and complete the module assignments, including group activities and discussions as specified within the modules each week. Also, students can see an overview of the course by accessing the course syllabus and course schedule available via the introductory module. As you progress through all the terms, you will be required to complete one module before you begin the next. One or more new modules will come available each week or plan so accordingly. Communications provides access to email to the instructor and to other classroom members, group communications, online chats, roster of classroom members, and etc. Discussion board is our classroom meeting place and will become a lifeline of communication of our class this term. I highly recommend that students check into classroom discussion board daily. Class members will post questions, comments, and respond to review the posting throughout the term. Therefore, don't send course or content questions to me via email. Instead, plan to utilize the classroom discussion board. You will find that I check in regularly. I expect you to do so the same. The classroom discussion board is organized into forums. Module forums are used to post questions and receive information regarding the content related to the module posted. The water cooler forum is used for students to post general questions about the course, question about the general resources, and the course schedule. Students should expect a response from me or any other instructor or fellow classmate within 24 to 48 hours. Depending on when the posting was made, I check in daily, Monday through Friday, but will not plan to check in on weekends and holidays. So students should plan their posting accordingly. Under the tools, gradebook is an important item to have access to throughout the term. So if you are having the first time to work on Blackboard, please take some time to become familiar with this site. There are 8 things you need to know when taking an online class. Number 1, stay current on your reading assignment and with Blackboard site. Each week, a new module will display with your Blackboard course site, and therefore students must stay current and meet deadlines specified within each module. This course will move quickly, and in order for students to meet the learning objectives for each module, they must stay current with all the assignments posted. Number 2, stay in touch with your EKU student email account. Expect to stay in constant communication with your classmates online. Now, even though this is a distant education class, you will be very dependent on your peers for helping you and guiding you throughout the term. So communication is very, very important. Number 3, be able to communicate throughout the writing. It is an online class, so nearly all communication is written. Therefore, it is critical that students feel comfortable in expressing themselves in writing. Use spell check and grammar check for your communications before you submit them to an online discussion board or through email. Good writing skills are required in all forms of written communication for this course. Next point that applies to good communication is to avoid using acronyms. While some of these acronyms are well known, you can't be sure that all of your readers know what you mean. Number 4, be sure you have access to the required technology and software to complete an online course at EKU. The web course requirements are listed within the introductory module on the Blackboard. But take some time before the class begins to ensure that you have access to the internet as well as Microsoft Word version 2000 or above. Become familiar with current technology and software so that you are able to utilize programs needed to complete assignments for the class. As I shared, Microsoft Word is required. Therefore, if you're using a home computer, make sure you have the required software and technology, including Microsoft Word. Number 5, having a backup plan when technology fails. As shared before, each student should make certain to have adequate technology in advance of the class begins. If you have any problem, contact IT at 859-622-3000. Students, remember it is your responsibility to access the online course material and respond on time. If your system at home fails, you should make the necessary arrangement to use other resources. Also, you may also be able to use the computer at your local library. Number 6, Plan enough time in your schedule each week to learn, practice, problem solve, and submit assignment on time each week. Number 7, be self-motivated and self-disciplined. Be or become an independent learner. With the freedom and flexibility of the online requirement comes responsibility. So look to each other as a possible resource. Also, you could use internet to see if you can find answer to your questions. Lastly, have your textbook and other required resources in hand before the first day of class. You are welcome to repeat or review any of the information presented here. Just click on the link on the left side on the screen to review any information needed throughout the term. Welcome to the class. I look forward working with you.